Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the channel. Today I am going to be foraging for blackberries. I'm going to forage for them, process them, and can a few today. So I'm going to show you step by step how I do that. Turn around here and you can see that I've been waiting for them and they are ready. So let me show you how I pick some of these guys. Couple things also is I've started wearing some gloves because these thorns, you reach your hand in, you're gonna get stuck. So I try to avoid a little bit of that because it does make me itch. I don't know why. And then I bring a gallon bag. You can see I got a few in there. I did try the plastic bags, but some of those just started leaking. So I'm going to use a gallon bag today. So you can see this one, I took a few off. There's some white stuff on here that's left over from the cottonwood, so it's no big deal. What you want to do is just grasp the berry, pluck it. If it really doesn't come off of there, like these ones aren't ripe and it's really not coming off, it's not very ripe. So I'm going to move over here. I'm going to have to reach in a little bit. I got the dog with me today, so she's kind of pulling. I'm just going to start grabbing a few berries. While avoiding getting stabbed. So look at those. They look pretty good. I just dropped one. But yeah, they're nice. Fresh. Move over here. Ideally, we always want the nice, big, juicy, ripe ones. And with the way these berries are looking, I'm going to be able to come out here pretty much for the next week or so, 2 weeks, and forage them because they're just getting ready to pick. So I'm looking for branches that have multiple berries on them, so I'm not sticking my hand in for just one or two. But again, these just started becoming ripe. You can see there's a couple more not even ready to go. We got a little pollinator on there. Nice to see those pollinators. So I got a whole mile of trail here, so, and it looks like some people have already been picking. Of course, you know, we come in here and try to get the ones that are easiest to grab. You're gonna find little bugs and spiders on these guys. So when you take them home, make sure you wash them off pretty good. The other thing about blackberry picking is there's a ton of them here in Washington. They're all over the place. But what I recommend is try to stay away from places where there's a lot of exhaust in the air from automobiles. So you certainly don't want to, you know, contribute to any exhaust into your system if you can help it. Now just look at these red ones here. Those aren't ripe. Green are not ripe, but there's quite a few here ready to go. So again, just grasp them kind of up towards the plant and pull them off. And if it doesn't come off very easy, it's probably not ripe. I'm going to end up with some that aren't too terribly ripe, but that's okay, because I'll add a little bit of honey to this when I make them, because unless they're ready to fall off, they don't have their full sugars yet. Pick a few more over here. And the plant is still sticking me, but again, that's why I'm wearing the gloves. The gloves don't necessarily protect me from getting stuck, just it's a little bit nicer. Now if you're bringing your dog along, Chili Dog, she gets impatient, starts trying to pull me. But towards the end of the walk, I'm going to be pulling her because she gets tired. So just pluck them. Pretty easy. Get a handful. Still getting stabbed a little bit, but the gloves make it nicer. And you can see it's coming out. So anyhow, I'll be back at you when I'm in the kitchen processing these blackberries. All right, now I'm back at the house, and I end up with a half a gallon of blackberries. So I've washed them already, let them rinse out, and I put them in my small pot, and I've taken this masher here, and what I want to do is just kind of mash them down while I'm cooking them. I can save some of these for dessert, eat them off the vine, but these ones I've decided to just go ahead and process this way. So after I get done mashing them, I'm just going to let them sit there and cook for, I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes. Okay, now that they're pretty much been sitting here cooking, what I like to do is just add some honey to this. I've used the sugar in the raw, but I like putting some honey in there. Got this big jar of it. Now some people like to put pectin in their preserves, and that gives it that sort of a jelly. So it's jelly consistency. I don't like to use it. I like this to be as natural as possible. So I'm just going to mix that honey in there. So when it comes out, it's going to be kind of runny, but I don't care. So what I use this for is, it's great for pancake topping, peanut butter and jelly, put it on a dessert, throw it on ice cream when it's ready. That's what I use it for. So my next step is I'm just going to let it sit there for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to put it in the jars. Okay, I've got my jars out, and I'm going to kind of estimate that maybe this is 4 jars. It might be a little bit more. So I have a funnel here, and I cut the tip of that funnel off for some of these. It's just a little, makes it go a little bit faster. Try to do this without making too big of a mess. I'm going to fill it to the top. Move to the next one. As you can see, it's a little stuck in there, so I'm going to give it a shake. Okay, now I have some left here, So I'm just going to try to top these jars off a little bit with it. I'll still have some left over. So at this point you can put the lids on and stick it in the fridge and use it right away. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just can this. It's a pretty simple procedure. You don't have to have a pressure cooker for it. So I'll be right back. All right, here's the last section of it. So as I said, that you don't need a pressure cooker for these. So I have this pot that I've used for a long time, and I put a towel in the bottom of it. It just helps so that I don't break any glass. So once I get it to a boil, which it's at a boil, I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. And I'm gonna let that boil for 20 minutes. And then when it's done, I'll let it sit and relax. Ideally, what you want is you want these lids to be tight on there, like this one. There's no play in it whatsoever. This is some strawberry. We got a bunch of strawberries, and this was going to go bad, and so I just made up some strawberry preserve same way. So as soon as that's done, they're going to be ready. Also, I should say you're just in time for dinner because I made my, it's like a casserole enchilada, but that's what's for dinner. So if you've liked this, go ahead and like my video and hit subscribe. I do some local foraging, I do canning, I do camping, dogs, kayaking, fishing, all kinds of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.